In 7 days, we will be on a cruise.
Yes, so join us and find out what we're doing in our last week of preparation.
I'm Jill.
And I'm Jerry, and today we're going to talk about going on Holland America's New Stotendom in only 7 days. Winter has set in here in Ontario, Canada, and we need to get away real quick. Now take a look at this. We aren't just getting away from the cold of the start of winter. We are getting away from snow. And I mean a lot of snow. We need to get down on a cruise as fast as possible.
So when we're getting ready for a cruise, we often divide and conquer the jobs. I'm usually in charge of the suitcases and packing, while Jerry gets all of our documentation printed and ready and all of those sort of things.
Yes, and all the technology too, all the cameras, all that stuff to do the vlogging on the cruise needs to be organized and packed away, and we have to find a way to do this in all our checked luggage and carry-on, and it's often a challenge. But one of the first things we do, though, before we even get to the point of packing, is we make sure that we start watching an episode of Love Boat every night before the cruise. And that may sound crazy, but it gets us into the mood of cruising.
So the last day or so, we have been trying on clothes, getting it all organized and ready. My biggest tip I'll tell everybody there, if you're traveling as a couple, I always pack some of my clothes in one suitcase, some in the other, and vice versa for Jerry, because we've had experiences where your suitcase doesn't make it to the ship. So it's always best to have a little bit in both suitcases in case that happens.
For sure. And this is my least favorite part of cruising. It's the packing, and worst even yet is the trying on of the clothes. Because what you try on right now, week before the cruise, after a 14-day cruise, I have a lot of fear that it's not going to fit.
So since we've last been on a cruise, there's been a lot of changes to the rules and regulations and safety precautions. So we're navigating through that.
For sure, and we think we've got a strategy down. There's a lot of changes happening, but right now we think we need to be tested the day before we fly into the United States. So we're ready to do that on the Friday. We then head to the airport on Saturday, and we fly down to Florida. We're going out to Fort Lauderdale on the Holland America ship. And then our test that we get to fly should be still good because it'll be 2 days before we get on the cruise. So hopefully in the next 7 days, none of that changes, because otherwise we'll be scrambling again. But we've got plan B, C, D. We're going on a cruise. That's the goal here, is to get on a cruise ship.
So if you're like us, most of you have probably booked and had cruises canceled or had to change things.
10. We've canceled 10 in the last 2 years, so we need this cruise.
You just have to learn to be flexible right now with these times. So the cruise that we are scheduled to go on, we've had a change of itinerary.
We're losing Cozumel off the second part of our 14-day cruise, so it's 2 7-day back-to-backs. We booked it as a 14-day through Holland America, but really it comes back into Fort Lauderdale after 7 days and goes back out again. So the second half was up in the air because we were supposed to go to Grand Cayman, and Grand Cayman hasn't been accepting cruise ships, but guess what?
We're going to be the first ones there.
We are the first cruise ship back since all of this the stoppage has happened, and as a result, we've got some kind of fringe benefits. We kind of feel that the ship is less than half full. We need to go to Grand Cayman immediately after we leave Fort Lauderdale. We can't stop at any other ports. That's one of the rules that are in place. So that'll now change our itinerary. So we've been waiting and waiting for an itinerary change. We've now got that in place. So we're going to Grand Cayman early, but we lose Cozumel, which we're a little bit sad about.
Yeah, we like Cozumel.
But then we're going to hit Jamaica and back, and we'll hit Half Moon Cay at the end of our 7-day cruise instead of the beginning. So we're going to hit Half Moon Cay twice at the end of both 7-day legs.
It's all about being flexible right now.
So hang out with us. We're going to be vlogging the entire 14-day adventure. Everything from going through that airport and all the testing and what it takes for Canadians to get all the way down into Florida and get on a cruise ship. And then the topsy-turvy world of getting back from Florida into Canada after being on a cruise ship.
For sure. So make sure to follow us on Instagram.
Yes, and subscribe to us if you haven't already here on YouTube, as when the videos come out, you'll be the first to see them, and we'll show you what it's like to be back cruising as Canadians.
So thanks for watching, and stay tuned as we begin our adventure.
For sure. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.